we're with Superstar Phil.
We are back for number 2, which is pretty cool.
Look at this superstar. So for anyone that was wondering last week, Phil did not pick out a bling bling helmet when we went shopping for a helmet, did you?
No, I did not. We've
Because you're a man.
I just want to hold it kind of like here. We've borrowed the lovely Kate's helmet again.
Kate.
Her head and my head apparently the same size.
And after last week's saddling up, we are ready to sit on a horse and start from the very, very start.
Yep. So follow Phil as I turn him into a Grand Prix rider. Let's get you on and then we'll talk about what our plan is.
Let's do it. Yes.
So I'm being nice because I'm giving you a stool, but you want to, put your inside leg, so the leg closest to me, inside the stirrup. Yep, and you want to face the other way, and you want to put your foot in the stirrup the other way, so it has a twist the other way. And you're going to want to hold the reins, or he's going to take off on you.
Okay.
And you want to land nicely.
Yes, I'll land very gently on my bum, on my caboose. You ready? Okay, Arba, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, where's our control? Phil can half ride a horse. He doesn't have control, he's never had control, but he can half sit on a horse from a couple of trail rides that we did in Africa. So my thinking is, okay, I want to turn Phil into a Grand Prix dressage rider. How's the best, quickest, easiest way to do that?
We're off.
We are off. Phil's got no control. So there's 2 things. Firstly, can he control the horse? No, not really. If Arba went off and took off in canter, he'd stay on. Phil, can you show everybody your... Yeah, so this is
my safety position.
This is Phil's riding style at the start. So we used to do 7-hour trail rides in Africa, and this was, can you also show, I think you had the reins holding the saddle. You had to have one hand out for balance.
Oh,
I don't know how you did it. It's this fancy thing that you have.
I thought I saw it on like
so show everyone your style.
It's just a balancing thing. It's like a Western thing. Is it Western?
It's definitely not dressage.
I probably insulted the Western people. Sorry, guys.
But I would canter behind him. We'd have the leader of our trail ride, then Phil, and I would come up the rear. And all I would see is this flapping going on. And then occasionally Phil would lose his balance, and then this big bicep would pull him back into the centre of the saddle. And then he'd veer off this way, and then this big bicep would pull him in. And I never had any qualms. I knew his big muscles were going to keep him on the saddle. So he could never really stay on the saddle. You never really learnt to control your horse. It just followed the one in front. Would that be fair?
Yes, I like to let him be quite free.
Yes, you're very into the freedom movement. Let the horse do what the horse wants to do.
Yes.
So this will be a challenge for my coaching more than you, I believe.
Fight!
I believe you're challenged in learning how to ride, but I'm more challenged in how I'm going to creatively coach this.
Yeah, and I'm quite interested in hearing you for so many years teaching people in my body position, like, what are my toes going to do? What are my feet going to do?
He thinks riding's easy, so we'll see. So I have 2 choices. I can teach you how to control the horse, how to stop it, how to turn it, how to make it go. Then obviously once we can do that, I'd say, okay, let's talk about moving the shoulder and moving the hind legs and talk about leg yield and shoulder and trevor and rondé. But we can't do any of that until you can sit balanced on a horse.
And I want to master my seat, Tash.
Master your seat. So the Spanish riding school does this for years. They put you on the lunge for years. I don't think either of us, I don't know if our marriage will survive you being on the lunge for years.
We'll do it maybe once or twice, but we'll see how we go.
But yes, this is very important. So there's a million different ways you can lunge, guys, so don't think this is the definitive way. But what I like to do is click directly to the bit. Sometimes people like to thread it to the bit and clip it to the outside. Sometimes they like to thread it over the pole and clip it to the outside. I just like to know what I'm attaching is what I can control. So I talk to him with the lunge rope as if it's a rein, and I know I've got the inside rein. I know I don't have an outside rein. Sometimes that's why people thread it over, because they prefer just to have the outside rein. Either. Hey, who wants to go? Okay, now you're not going to need your reins because I'm going to be in perfect control. What am I meant to see? If the rider is in a perfect position, is there a line we're meant to be looking at?
Yeah, if I fell off a horse, if he disappeared and I went chung, I'd like my heel, my knee, or heel, hip, and shoulder all in the line.
Yeah, so you'd want to land like that if he came out from underneath you.
Yeah, and I feel that maybe my heels are slightly forward off the line, perhaps, are they?
Yeah, so just relax. And where do you think your body wants to go?
Oh, when I relaxed, my legs went back a little bit.
Yeah, and most riders either will relax and come forward, so if the horse fell out from underneath them, they'd face plant, or they have their legs forward and they would land on their bum and hurt their coccyx. Your line looks good, but obviously we don't want to hold on to the saddle. So take both hands off and pretend you're holding the reins. I know Arbor wants to go, but you're okay, you're not going to go anywhere. Hands off. Yes, hold the reins, we're not resting. Yeah. So pretend you're holding the reins, yep. And just look down at your hands. If you were holding 2 glasses of beer right now, would you spill them?
Yep.
So can you put your wrists in a position? Yeah.
So they're quite actually bent up, not neutral.
Well, you're very, very aggressively. just relax them. Yes.
That's pretty good.
And do you want to have them quite low, or you actually literally want to have them at a height where the glass would be level? Is that a good positioning height?
No, so we don't use the glass analogy for the height of the hands. We use the glass analogy for the wrists.
Yep.
Because most people go back to what you wanted to do.
Down low here.
Yeah, and most people have straight wrists. So they don't.
Yes, like that. Yes,
Yeah.
so you want to have a little bit of, but you don't want to clearly see your arm bend. You want to have.
So the other line we talk about is the line of the bit to the wrist to the elbow. So you want a straight line to go from the horse's mouth to your wrist to your elbow. Now his head is very far down at the moment,
Yep.
which would mean you would lower your hands just that little bit. Yep, but no, don't straighten out your elbows. You got to keep everything in your arm has to be soft, but tension at the same time. So not tension as in negative tension, I'm scared of something. Tension to keep the arm there. Yeah. But and that's what I'm saying, the hands would do that on a free rein walk. If you look anyone who's in a dressage test asking the horse to do a free rein walk, the hand position does go slightly down merely because it has to, because the head drops so much. Would you say you look very proud?
I reckon I'll look all right.
So I know you love your gym and I know you're always thinking about pulling those shoulders back. I want you to do that even more. Yes. Now what did you do in your back?
I brought my shoulder blades together.
Yeah, and what did you do in the small of your back?
Oh, I feel like I've tucked it under a bit more.
Yeah, and so you made a curve. I don't
Yeah.
want you to have a curve. I want you to think about that you've written the secret to where you've hidden $1 billion on a blackboard, and you want to now rub that off a blackboard. So you want all the flat of your back to be flat, so you can rub the most off the blackboard as possible. If you have a gap in your back, then your shoulders are going to touch the blackboard. Yeah, okay, that's one way. But obviously we don't want that either. So basically I can pull my shoulders back. Do you see that big arch?
Yes.
And I can make an arch. Or I can flatten my spine and pull my tummy into my spine like a Pilates move and still roll my shoulders back. And now if you look at your, well you can't, but you'll see it on the camera, from your base of your neck to the top of your head, it's actually curved forward a little bit. So what I want you to do is think that I was this giant and I'm pulling your helmet up to the sky. Yeah. So not that you're looking up, you know, like Tyler. When we're with Tyler in a scooter, Tyler's our son, we'll be like, look up, Tyler, look up. Because he looks down on the scooter and scoots like bang into people.
Yeah.
And we're like, look up, look up. So he goes from here to up to the sky. And then Phil and I are like, look ahead, look straight ahead, look. And it's very hard to vocalise and verbalise exactly what we mean. So it's kind of the same as you. I don't want you to look up at the sky like Tyler, but I just want you to think that I'm pulling your helmet up to the sky and I'm pulling your heels down to the ground. And I want you to think that I've got your weights from the gym and I've got a 20 kilo dumbbell tied to both of your ankles. Okay, then I want you to notice that you've got two bony bits in your bum called
Got 'em.
your seat bones.
Yes.
Okay, and what I want you to do is just lean forward and notice as you lean forward that you can't feel them as much. So slowly tip forward. Do you feel they go away?
They've left the seat. They've left the building.
They've
Everyone.
left the building. All right, so
Okay.
come back and find them again.
Yep.
Yep, and now lean back and back and back and back, and you'll find that they disappear again.
Yep.
So what I want you to do is, even I was doing this today and I was amazed at, so my only challenge I set myself today was to feel my seat bones 100% of the time. And I would say I only got to about 98%. There was a couple of strides where I'm like, oh, the horse throws you around, the horse loses its balance, the horse speeds up, or the horse does something, and you lose that connection. So the more you can focus on that connection, the more influence you'll have on the horse, and also the more stable you'll feel on the horse.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you feel stable right now in walk? If the horse was to bolt off or to shy, how do you think you'd go?
The hands would shoot down here. Would be
But-
happy. But I know I feel quite. My legs feel very relaxed. That if he did do anything, I feel like there's not really much gripping the horse. I feel like I would. If he was over here, I would still remain here.
Okay, so I want you to get more connection with your seat bone and more weight down through your ankles. So now what I want you to do is turn your toes in and try and touch your toes underneath his belly. Yep, and what muscles do you feel you're using now? Can we keep holding the reins? I don't know why you're doing something weird with your hand.
I'm being my legs. I'm being my feet.
Well, why don't you keep pretend holding the reins? And this is why beginners aren't given reins, because they use their reins for balance and they use their reins for all these other things rather than what reins should be used for. All right, so now we're going to do the first bit of trotting, which is rising trot. Good. Good. So it's up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, so that's pretty good.
I feel like I'm leaning a little bit forward.
You are leaning a bit forward. So what could you do?
See in the mirror. I could lean backwards, but I feel like we'll have a look and see how that feels. Oh, it feels like it throws me up a lot more when I lean back. Like I feel like I can absorb a bit with my knees leaning forward, whereas when I go backwards, I feel like I'm going to grab onto the
Where's
roof.
your abs?
Oh, they're there.
Yeah, we'll engage them more and really tense them as you come down. Because you can feel your body doesn't know how to stay. You've lost the pole on the carousel horse and your hands are going everywhere to try and get that balance. No, don't use them there. You're okay. Hold them out in front of you.
Yeah.
And this is, again, why beginners don't get reins.
Like
Okay, so I really want you to think about bringing your shoulders back and rising up and down on the carousel plane. Yeah. Yep, and then think of putting your hands in a box out in front of you so you don't need your hands. Thank you. Good. Yeah, that's looking better. So we're going to talk about your diagonal. So we want to rise on a circle when the outside shoulder is moving forward. So can you see in the walk that his shoulders go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right?
I can. Oh.
Well, now can you see in the trot? Left,
Yes, I
right,
can.
left, right, left, right. So you want to be in the air when the outside right one is in the air. So you want to be up,
Opposite to this
up.
or not?
up, 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 up. Yep, so are you up when I'm saying up?
Can't quite tell. I'll try
so
this.
yes, well now you just changed your diagonal and now you're on the correct one, okay? So look down, yeah, and just feel that, oh yeah, as I rise, that also moves forward. Okay, we've still got to focus on your hands. I want you to link your thumbs together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
do
feel
you
like at least I'm holding on to something.
Well, do you feel your balance changing when your hands have to stay close together? No? Well, why have they separated? Oh, you're just testing. Yeah.
Feels more comfortable.
Okay, well, that's all right. Then could you unlink them but still kind of rub your knuckles together? Yeah. Now, but you're still doing motorbike. Look at me. Rub your
I
knuckles
am,
together
yes,
this
this
way.
way.
Yeah, yeah. Like you're praying. Good. Okay. Good. Your position's looking much better. That's good. Okay. So we're just gonna have a walk again. So sit, lean back, and breathe out. Whoa. Good. You're not doing too bad.
Good boy, Arbo.
All right.
Good
How
boy,
are you
buddy.
feeling? Would you like to practice some sitting trot?
Are we there yet?
Well, you just did 5 steps of sitting trot as you asked for your walk.
True. Why not? I'm game.
Yep, stay plugged in. Yes. Really good. Shoulders back, stretch up. Yeah. Yeah, and the minute you stretch up, you lose, like, you get into a position where you go, yeah, I've got this. The
I
minute
like
you
the straightness.
the minute you stretch up, it's harder to stay plugged in because you want to crunch
sorry,
up
buddy.
the ball
Yeah.
to crunch in, but you want to be tall and stay plugged in.
Yeah, okay.
You're doing great though. Everyone's going to hate you.
I quite like that one. And a little way.
All right, you want to do a bit more?
We'll do one. We'll go one more.
Okay.
Okay. Good boy, lads. Let's go. We can have one more. We'll see how we go.
Good. Ask for your walk.
And
You don't need to use your voice. Trust your body.
he's a good boy.
He's a very good boy.
Hey, buddy. Liking you.
All right, we can walk.
Hang on, I've got this one.
See, you didn't need your voice the minute your seat told him. Good job. All right, so I think riding horses is very, very challenging to learn from a physical perspective because it is very nuanced. You can't just go to the gym and push harder, but your muscles will respond and you will get you'll find it a lot easier the more you do it. Any questions? Any questions, Sparklehead?
Sparklehead says, I'm like, this helmet's quite comfortable.
It's beautiful. I'm actually quite jealous of the bling.
Any questions? No, there's a checklist of really like everything we just applied then, and then knowing that checklist in your head, trying to remember all those things and then actually implement, then the faster we go up through the gates.
The harder it is.
Yeah, things go out the wall. But yeah.
Wait till I'm asking you to plug in Canter.
Yes, that is another lesson, another level. But I think as far as seats go, for my first
I think
seat
6
session,
months like this, then you can maybe get your reins.
a couple more sessions like this.
6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
So you're only going to do 1 lesson a week. So we're going to broadcast 1 lesson a week, and that's all you're going to do. Don't think Phil's going to be doing any Heidi practice. He doesn't want to ride more than 1 day a week.
Might get me and him with just a few private things between us ourselves.
Good.
Okay.
So if you enjoyed that, hit subscribe. Make sure to tune in next week where we do that all again. Maybe we do some canter. I've left you reins without actually, you don't have reins.
Yeah, I don't think this is the best, people. This is not what you do to your partner.
Come here, Abby. Come here, Abby. Come to Mummy.
I'm anchoring my seat. I've learned lesson 101. Anchor the seat. And we don't go anywhere.
Rear, Abba. Rear.
No, I don't have any.
I'm ready.